What's up, y'all? We back. Episode 8, The Ambush. King Cleaver said, Josh, inspect Jess and see if she's been trained to fight. Oh, Lord, y'all. It's gonna blow my cover. Josh, please. Tank top. Tank top, please. Are you really doing this, Your Majesty? I can hardly walk right now. He said, if you can survive 2 guardsmen almost beating you to death, I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay, what the hell going on, y'all? Tank Top really gonna beat me up? That's crazy. He just saved me. Tank Top. Tank Top. There's no way the king will have me beaten just to prove a point. Whatever Josh is gonna do to me, I just won't move a muscle. King Cleaver said, do it. So I stay completely still as Josh quickly delivers an attack towards my chest and stops less than an inch away from actually touching you. Okay, I was right, y'all. King Cleaver said, aren't you just full of surprises? Look, sir, as you can see, I am no fighter. He said, trained or not, normal people would have attempted to dodge or block an attack. They may not succeed, but that's just instinct. The fact that you didn't move at all showed me you were concealing your abilities. Ooh. I mean, okay, all right, y'all. Dang, I was trained to fight. He said, who taught you to fight? I said, my father. He was a farmer, but he was also a militia. He just wanted me to be able to defend myself. After his passing, House Duran took me in. And thank God, because if Solana ain't talk about House Salvador's militia, I would have never come up with that. Look at me lying on the spot, y'all. Did I break some rules again, King Cletus? Because you always sitting there thinking. He said, no Ethanian rules stated women could not pick up swords and fight. But women are not fighters. They cook and clean, and they bear children for men. Beauty in women lies in gracefulness. Okay, well, that's sexist. All right. Yeah, strength in a woman don't take away her gracefulness. Okay, 2 influence points, period. Being able to fight gives a woman strength, Your Majesty. A woman can have both strength and gracefulness. Being able to defend myself doesn't take away my ability to cook, clean, and bear children. King Cletus said, for ages, Ethanian women only do what they're made for. Fighting is not what they are made for. Okay, then who gets to define what women are made for? Just because it's been like this for a long time doesn't mean that's what it's supposed to be. I know that's right, period. King Cletus said, you are honest, forward, and courageous. That's what I admire about you. As for how to define a woman's worth other than what they're made for, I've never thought of it your way. That's definitely something for me to ponder about. Looks like you're quite good with your words, not just your fists. He said, anyway, why don't you enlighten me with your fighting skills? Spar with Josh and show me what you got. Bro, I can hardly move without feeling pain all over my body, sir. Even if I'm not injured, I'm still no match for a royal guard. What you doing? He said, you made me no match for a royal guard, but all the women in this palace are no match for you. Okay, I ain't gonna fight everybody here, though. He said, I'm not talking about your fighting skill, Jess. King Cletus approaches you. What you doing? King Cletus approaches you while keeping his eyes locked on yours. He's standing so close to you that you can smell the fabric in his attire. Not the fabric. He said, Jess. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Don said, excuse me, Your Majesty. Advisor Arthur has some urgent concerns regarding the upcoming inspection tour. He's waiting in the study. King Cletus said, fine. Lead the way. Okay, go on, Tank Top. Go on, Tank Top. Okay. Josh said, I'll walk you back to the estate. Let's go. Josh, you saved my life more than once now. Consort Solana told me you went against the queen to get me out of there. Why are you so good to me? He said, royal guards are trained to serve the king and assist his majesty in any way we can. It's obvious that the king cares for you. As a king, he can't say anything, so it's up to me to predict his very next moves. Okay, you really think the king would care if I get killed or not? He said, from what I see, his majesty does not want any harm to come to you. I'm gonna ask Tank Top, do you care? What about you? I don't care about King Cletus. This all for King Cletus or nah? He said, I swore an oath to serve his majesty. Anything I do is of his majesty's best interest. Okay, what about you then? If the king had no interest in me, would you have let me die? Josh raises his eyebrows. He said, where you going with this? I want to know if you like me. Check yes or no, Tank Top. Josh said, a royal guard's sole purpose is to serve. We do not feel, we do not judge, we do not question. Okay, everybody feels, Josh. Not telling about feelings does not mean they don't exist. He said, if you knew what it means to be a royal guard, you wouldn't be saying that. Okay, so how did you become a royal guard? How are you so good at fighting? He said, whenever a new king is crowned, promising orphans are picked out all around Athenia. They will all be trained different fighting styles accordingly. For me, I had been trained to fight while blindfolded when I was still a child. My martial art requires absolute concentration, and emotions are a distraction. So I was trained to block out my emotions to feel without feeling. Okay, feel without feeling. He said, I feel my surroundings, but I never develop feelings towards them. Okay. You said promising orphans. How come there are only two royal guards? He said, to become a royal guard, you have to pass a final trial. We're put to fight one another to death, and the last two standing will become royal guards of the newly crowned king. Y'all be fighting to the death? That means you kill other orphans who grew up with you. He said, such is what it takes to be a royal guard. Kill or be killed, without emotions. We're the weapons and shields of His Majesty, nothing more. Okay, I guess. Does this have anything to do with your eyes? He said, no. Okay, so how you go blind then? That story contains only pain. You don't want to hear about it. It's getting late. Let us move on. Okay, I can walk back to the estate myself. Don't worry about it. Thank you again for saving me. He said that story involves pain, but you just said you don't feel. You feel without feeling. So, what you talking about? So, Josh is actually a cold-blooded killer. If it's the real world, he would totally belong in the electric chair. But this is Ethania, and like he said, he wasn't really given a choice. And he did save my life, risking his own. Candy said, you've been throwing up for 2 days now, my lady. Who, Roxanne? Throwing up? You pregnant, girl? Y'all, I can't take the high road with this because I don't like Roxanne. I do not like Roxanne, so I'm going to take the L and not get my influence points. Girl, how does it feel to be a concubine for less than a day? How did it feel to be demoted? Your Grace. Oh, I meant my lady. My bad. Silly me. Y'all, I cannot. I'm not going to be nice to these people. How it feel to be concubine for less than a day? Candy said, my lady is very unwell. You leave her alone. No, shut up. Shut up. I'm just passing by. Hopefully I won't run into y'all for a while, because I hate y'all. Candy said, likewise. Don't forget that you were only a concubine for a day. Don't forget. Look at Solana, y'all. Solana, you practicing your dancing? She said, can't get better without practicing. Everything okay? Why did the king want to talk to you? I said, he found out I was trying to fight. She said, so what happened then? I said, nothing. I guess he was just curious. I brushed it off with a lie. She said, I don't know how long you can keep this up, Jess. The more His Majesty knows about you, the harder it is for you to cloak your identity. You have to be very subtle, or you may never even get to see the door to the relic chamber. Girl, I'm gonna try, but it's so hard to conceal my true feelings. It's very tiring, having to say things I don't mean, and restraining myself from doing things I want to do, like drop kicking that woman. Solana said, if that's what it takes to get you home, you need to keep this up. I will, girl. She said, come on, it's getting late. Let's get inside. Okay. Let's do it. Royal Guard Charles said, my lady. Oh, Lord. Look at me. Charles said, His Majesty sent me to escort you to the royal quarter for your first night attendance. Look at Solana. Solana said, please give me a moment to prepare. He said, by all means, my lady. Take all the time you need. Look at me, y'all. Charles, I don't like you. This butthole is a royal guard, too. That means he went through exactly what Josh did. I bet he actually enjoyed it. Right, killing folks and stuff. He said, would you stop glaring at me? Yes, I tried to take you, but I ended up letting you go. Okay, because Tank Top stopped you. If you try that again, he said, then what? You think your little threatening can keep me away? Oh, bro, I'm not the one. I'm not the one. He said, relax, I'm no longer interested in you. You draw too much attention. I prefer women who are more discreet. You are very beautiful, but so are a lot of other women in this palace. And unlike you, many of them are more than willing to comply. Okay, I doubt that, bro. Just because they can't fight back don't mean they're willing. He said, not every woman is as dumb as you. Being on the Royal Guard's good side is vital to the survival in this palace. If Josh weren't such an emotionless wood log, I would assume you gave yourself to him. Not a wood log. It's appalling how far he gone to save your pathetic little life. Who you calling pathetic? Who you calling pathetic, Charles? I'll knock you out. He may be emotionless, but he's more of a human than you. Charles said, however you want to call us, but we're weapons for the king. Humanity can't get in the way when it comes to carrying out our duties. Okay, shut up. Solana said, I'm ready to go. But before that, I'd like to have a word with Jess alone. Charles said, of course, my lady. I'll be waiting outside the gate. Okay, move. Gone. Sick of you. Solana said, this is it, Jess. Okay, I'm happy for you, sis. She said, I'm a little nervous. Look, I'm sure you'll do fine. Just bust it wide open like Madame Dolores taught us. You can do a split. You know what I'm saying? Okay, enjoy it while you serve His Majesty. Don't go too quick. Keep him wanting. Solana said, Jess. Girl, go. Don't keep him waiting. She said, I'll see you in the morning. Sleep well. Bye, girl. Do that little trick. Do that little trick she taught you. Okay, later that night. Solana said, Your Majesty. Look at King Cletus, y'all. He said, this is the first time I look at you, alone and up close. I never noticed how beautiful you actually are. What you mean the first time you looked at her? You made her a consort. Okay. Y'all, King Cletus is problematic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That man is problematic. Solana said, thank you, Your Majesty. I know I'm not as pretty as the other empresses. I'm not a highborn either. He said, why compare yourself to the others? Yes, you may not have Bianca's silk blue hair, or Raquel's exotic beauty, or a powerful house, but you are Solana. There's no one like you, and no other women in the palace have your kindness and gracefulness. King Cletus approaches Solana and starts unbuttoning her dress. King Cletus says, shall we? Okay, yes, Your Majesty. He said, you are very beautiful, Solana. Okay, look at my sis in her little bra. He said, you are irresistible when you're so bashful. As King Cletus removes Solana's undergarment, Solana's first night attendance officially begins. Okay. Bust it wide open, sis. Bust it. Much to Solana's surprise, night attendance is actually quite a pleasant experience. Just when things are starting to go well, Royal Guard Charles says, excuse me, Your Majesty. King Cletus said, you don't know the rules, Charles. I'm laid up. Charles said, I understand the night attendance is taking place right now, Your Majesty. It's the Queen. She's kneeling outside with an urgent request. King Cletus says, she better have a good reason for interrupting me. It's just because it's Solana. You know what I'm saying? Because she a hater. Hating on my good sis. When he trying to get some coffee with his cream. You know what I'm saying? Look at Mario. Solana said, Your Majesty. King Cletus said, I thought I made it quite clear that I didn't want to see your face. What is so urgent you had to disrupt Consort Solana's first night attendance? Queen Mara said, I made a huge mistake, Your Majesty. I didn't come here to ask for your forgiveness. Consort Roxanne, however, did not deserve this punishment. Okay, King Cletus is less angry with Roxanne because okay. King Cletus said, she definitely made a huge mistake, but then she is new here. Mara said, Consort Roxanne is still very young, Your Majesty. She made the mistake of abusing her power, and she has learned her lesson. Please have mercy on her, Your Majesty. She passed out in the courtyard today. The physician did a thorough examination. It's confirmed that Consort Roxanne is with child. King Cletus said, Roxanne is pregnant? Look at him. Oh my God. Yes, Your Majesty. According to the night attendance log, Consort Roxanne was conceived about 2 fortnights ago. King Cletus said she did have her first night attendance around that time. You may stand, my queen. Okay, look at Solana. We didn't even get a chance to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? King Cletus said, this is great news, Mara. Do you know how happy I am? Solana said, congratulations, Your Majesty. He said, with Velia's miscarriage as a warning, we need to be very careful this time. Queen Mara said, if I may make a suggestion, Your Majesty. He said, of course, my love. What's on your mind? Mara said, I heard Jess has been walking around the palace, which means she's mostly recovered. Madame Raquel's old estate will be a perfect place for Consort Roxanne to reside in until the birth of her child. What you mean? Y'all, you gonna throw me out? I guess Jess no longer needs Madame Raquel's estate for her recovery. I'll have Madame Dolores make the arrangements in the morning. To ease her mind, I'll promote her back to concubine again. She'll get everything she needs, spare no expense for our child. Queen Mara said, "Thank you, Your Majesty. May I ask one additional favor?" "Okay, what?" She said, "I understand it may not be Jess's fault, but Roxanne gets upset when she sees Jess." "Oh, may I suggest permitting Jess to see Roxanne for the child's sake?" Y'all. King Cletus said, "That does sound like an unfair punishment to Jess, but ensuring the safety of the baby is the most important matter at hand. I'm sure she'll understand." "What you mean? I don't understand nothing." King Cletus said, "There's much to do in the morning. Charles, escort Solana back to the estate." Charles said, "Right away, Your Majesty." Yo. After you, my lady. I cannot believe. Solana, how did this go so wrong for both of us? I ain't even there. I just ain't even around. And y'all over here talking about I can't see the baby and stuff. That's crazy. I shouldn't have talked smack about her just now. I mean, yeah, I should have. Because I don't like her. I mean, King Cleve's probably got a point. Because I don't like her. Solana, what happened? What's the matter? She said, "I'm sorry, Jess. I didn't mean to wake you up." "Okay, who care about that? Tell me what happened." She said, "Roxanne got pregnant and the queen came to tell His Majesty about this. My first night attendance." "Okay, it's okay, girl. It ain't the end of the world. You still got more time to bust it wide open. Sit down and let's talk through. Just calm down and tell me everything, Solana." She said, "I was doing my night attendance and it was going well. Then the queen came with the news. She did it on purpose. She could have waited till next morning. She did. She did do it on purpose. She interrupted your night attendance intentionally, that's for sure. But if it went well, the king must have liked you. He'll ask for you again." Solana said, "You don't understand, Jess. The first night attendance is very important. It's very bad for a consort to be sent back out before it's finished. Consorts are supposed to be virgins. That's why they were promoted after the first night attendance." "Okay, Roxanne was demoted back to consort. She ain't a virgin." "Right. She was promoted to concubine. That's different. It doesn't matter now. She's pregnant. She just became the most important woman in the palace. And here I am, neither a virgin or a concubine. I'm just a low-born consort who was sent out of the king's chamber." Solana. Now, I'm going to tell Solana, we got to start fighting back, sis. I can't be the only one over here scrapping with these girls. Solana is hardened now and start making different decisions. "Okay. Remember what your mama said to you, Solana?" She said, "What do you mean?" She said it was every man for himself once you enter this palace. You can either sit here and cry about it or you can start fighting, period. Roxanne got lucky and she's winning, but that doesn't mean it's over for you. Right. Solana said, "Roxanne has the queen on her side and she has a child on the way." "Okay, and you got me on your side. Together we can do anything, girl. Starting tomorrow, we're going to plan how to get you back in that chamber, girl. Bust it wide open for him again. Remember, every man for himself. You got to start fighting back." She said, "You're right, Jess. I'm not going to give up for the sake of my house. I will not let Roxanne lay a finger on me again." Right. Right. That lady was slapping you and stuff. That's crazy. That's the spirit. Let's go to sleep. We can talk about this in the morning. Solana said, "Actually, Roxanne is taking this estate. We have to get out of here in the morning. Also, the queen said she wanted to forbid you to see Roxanne or talk to her. And His Majesty allowed it to prevent Roxanne getting upset by you." Okay, that biatch, right. Whatever. I don't want to see her stupid face either. Right. Solana said, "I don't want to sleep anymore. Can you tell me some stories from your world, Jess? Are there any other women as capable as you in your world?" "Oh, girl, you got no idea. There's this extremely smart woman named Elizabeth Rose." Yeah. All right, the next morning. Look at us, y'all looking cute. I know this ain't Madame Raquel's old estate, but it does feel like home. She said, "You have to sleep on the floor again. How can you be so cheery?" Girl, I haven't slept in worse places. This ain't so bad. She said, "The chamber is a bit dusty. Let's clean it up together." "What you mean the chamber dusty? What? Oh, Zeddy gone, ain't she? Is Zeddy locked up? I forgot about Zeddy." What are maids at round here? Meanwhile, at Madame Raquel's old estate, Queen Mara said, "His Majesty still cares about you. That's why he gave you back your title. This child is your one shot to get everything back and more. Do not waste it." Roxanne said, "Thank you, Your Majesty. I would never have brought down Consort Solana without my queen." She said, "Consort Solana is not to be underestimated. We may have set her back with this interruption, but from what I saw, His Majesty is very likely to summon her again. If we want to bring her down permanently, there's only one way." Roxanne said, "What should we do, Your Majesty?" Mara said, you're good with poisons. Do you know how to make some kind of poison that can kill silently? It has to be scentless, tasteless, and colorless. Y'all about to kill Solana. Roxanne said, Mother had a formula that can kill quickly, but it does have a distinctive red color. Look at them, y'all. I said, look on the bright side. We won't run into Roxanne in the consort quarter anymore. Solana said, maybe. You're right. I need to stop thinking about Roxanne. You do. Dawn said, my lady, His Majesty decided to go on the inspection tour today. He would like to bring Jess along. I said, what's the inspection tour? Solana said, it's the Athenian tradition. Every autumn, the king of Athenia picks a day to dress up as a peasant and gets out of the palace to find out how lives are outside in the kingdom. Okay, that's interesting. Why me, though? Dawn said, it's not my place to answer this question. I'm sure you'll find out everything you need to know. It's best you don't keep His Majesty waiting, shall we? Solana said, be careful, Jess. I will, sis. Okay, look at Tank Top. He ain't got no tank top on no more, y'all. Your Majesty. King Cletus said, there you are. I'm taking you out of the palace today. I said, Consort Solana told me about Athenian inspection tour, but why me, Your Majesty? He said, why not? I can use someone like you. I need to see the real Athenia outside the palace, and I need to know how it's like normally. Unlike everyone else in the palace, you were not raised among nobility. I can use some insight from an honest farm girl like you. No one else in the palace knows more than you do about daily lives in Athenia as a peasant. Oh, y'all? I was lying about that. What you mean? I gotta get out of this somehow, or he gonna find out I'm not even from this world, right? Look, I appreciate this, bro. I really do. But I am not fully recovered, and I won't be able to walk much. I'll only slow you down, bro. He said, girl, you've been walking fine all these days. Stop. If you really can't walk, I'll have the royal guards carry you around. Okay, I ain't gonna be carried around like a baby, right? I mean, that won't be necessary, Your Majesty. He said, settle then. Let's go. Time is of the essence. Okay, I don't think y'all heard me because I don't need to, I can't do this, y'all. I am so screwed. Reluctantly, you accompany King Cletus and the two royal guards to the commons of Athenia. Okay, y'all. Y'all, I don't know these people. I don't know these people. And why they dressed up like peasants and I'm still wearing silk? That's crazy. King Cletus said, I expected to see more peasants. Charles said, there was a huge storm just a couple days ago, Your Majesty. People probably have a lot of repairing to do. King Cletus said, what do you think, Jess? You notice anything unusual? I don't know. I lived on the outskirts. He said, why don't we head farther into the outskirts then? I'm quite curious about the lives there, comparing with the people in the city. Josh said, I hear birds chirping to our far left side. I assume that's where we should go. He said, excellent. Let's go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The more I talk, the deeper this crap hole gets, right? I bet the king has no idea how poor people live. Maybe I can just fool around. Josh said, you sounded nervous back there. I can hear your rapid breathing as well. Josh, quit listening to my breathing. I'm just really excited about getting out of the palace. Let's catch up to His Majesty. King Cletus said, there's hardly anything here but trees. I don't see any farmlands. Jess, you know more about the outskirts. Why don't you take the lead and show us to the village? Bro. The green scarf mercenary said, fire. Oh, Lord! An arrow is fired towards King Cletus, making a sharp whistling noise as it pierces through the wind. Oh, Josh. Royal Guard Josh quickly dashes in front of King Cletus and takes the arrow. The mercenary said, apologies, Your Majesty. Someone paid us quite handsomely to take your head. Oh, Lord! Josh said, it's an ambush. Charles, get His Majesty and Jess out of here now. Okay, what about you? You gonna be okay? Josh said, somebody has to stay and hold them off. Go. Charles said, we need to run, Your Majesty. Look at King Cletus. Am I fighting too? Without flinching, Josh pulls the arrow out. Look at Josh. Josh said, why are you still here, girl? Go. Oh, Lord. You okay? The arrow is poisoned. Tank Top. The mercenary said, well, what if we hear? The pretty girl is mine. He said, you can have her after I've had my fun with her. An exquisite beauty like her, I'm going to take my sweet time. Josh said, I cannot protect you. Go. Oh, Tank Top, don't worry about it. I got it. I got this. Look, this is light work. You know what I'm saying? This is light work. Y'all want me? Come and get me then. Period.